Now, you know the internet is fucking been set ablaze by Steph Curry's wife, AYESHA. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I was looking for some pics of this broad to use for the thumbnail, man. And I ain't gonna lie, Shawty cleans up real well, man. I mean, Shawty cleans up extremely well. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, hey man, she got some shots where she a stunner in some of her shots. But then there are the other shots where she just, she's plain Jane and not so much. But let me give you a little back history on these two, man. See, Steph's a choir boy. He met this broad when they were 14 and 15 years old, man, in some type of youth choir group. You understand? So he's a choir boy. So the chick always knew that he was husband material. She always knew that he'd be the type that she want to settle down with. You know why? Because he's safe. And let me give you a little. Let me give you something here. Husband and wife are distinctive terms that only certain men and women fit into. Hence, wifey type and husband material. But these are two what I like to call safe words. Wife is a safe word. Husband is a safe word. It indicates an individual that is capable of presenting themselves in a certain way and living up to a fairy tale expectation of a relationship. So a man who thinks he has a good wife tells himself that his wife would never cheat on him. A woman who thinks she has a good husband tells herself that her husband will never do her wrong. He'll never leave her. He'll bend over backwards and break his back just to make sure that she has what she wants. And there are only a few people who fit into those scenarios. Now, there are many people who are struggling in those scenarios, trying to force themselves into them. But most of us don't fit into the terminology, the descriptive terminology of husband and wife. Hence, the scenario we have here. What men have to understand, and if you're married right now, you need to be taking notes. Marriage has a shelf life of about 5 years. And that's if no previous cohabitation. If you two already live together, the marriage is over before it begins. You see what I'm saying? It's over before it begins. The novelty has never had a chance to develop, so it can't even wear off. You dig what I'm saying? The novelty of marriage is gone within 5 years. Now, what do I mean when I say novelty? I mean the importance of the roles of marriage. It is over within 5 years, sometimes 2 years, but 2 to 5 years is all you've got. So you ask me, well, Dr. BoA, there are people who've been married for 15 years. Exactly. They've been married for 10 years and didn't even want to be together. Well, what about the people that are married? They've been married 50 years. There is a window where you can go back, and there's a previous time period where the novelty lasted longer, and it's only because the women didn't have the power to do the things that they do now. Like there was a time where no woman would have came out and said the things that she said about another man, about other men wanting her, about other men desiring her, about other men being in her DMs. You see what I'm saying? Let me tell you what happens in these scenarios. And the brother AM1 posed the question, why do I say she wants thug loving? Because they all want thug loving, brother. They all want Pookie and Ray Ray. They all want what Pookie and Ray Ray makes a woman feel, and the average square brother can't make a woman feel that no matter how hard he tries. You know why? Because you have to feel a certain way about your woman when you make her your woman. And that impedes your ability. Matter of fact, that eliminates your ability to make her feel the things that Ray Ray will make her feel. And since I'm not going to speak for Pookie and I'm not going to speak for Thuggo, for the remainder of this particular show, I'll be speaking about who I know. And that is the man I look at in the mirror every day. I'm talking about Ray Ray. You see, this is where we are with these things, man. Steph Curry is a safe man. She said so in as many words. And I just watched the interview today. And she said, he's nice. He's friendly. He's rather inviting. He's rather engaging. He never gets upset, which means he never puts his wife in check. Now, let me tell you something. For a young girl who's growing up in a certain environment, And here's this boy, her parents like him, his parents like her. They grow up, they go together, they're probably together for forever. Who knows, man? He probably didn't even cut her to the honeymoon night. He's that type of dude. But I ask you this: at what point does a man realize and understand that his woman wants to feel the other side? You understand what I'm saying? A woman wants to be safe. Let me tell you something that men don't know about women. Women only want safety when there's a risk involved. When they're at risk, they want to be safe. If someone's threatening their life, they want to be protected. If something's threatening them financially, they want a financial safety net. They want safety when there's a risk. Now, what's the adverse of that? When there is no risk and everything is safe, guess what she wants? Now she wants a risk. Hence the term risque for a woman who dresses or behaves a certain way that's sexually charged. Risque women like to take sexual risk. So when you have that woman who's in that safe zone, with that safe man, in that safe life, in that safe environment, with those safe friends, that woman gets bored. She wants to see what it feels like to have a man be able to get her panties soaking wet just by his words, without having to touch her. She wants to know what it feels like to fantasize about a man that she's never even met in person. She wants to know what it feels like to desire a man so much that no matter where he wants to take her, she'll give it up right there, even if it means running the risk of being seen by paparazzi in public or getting a public indecent exposure charge, which in most places is a misdemeanor, and you can bond out on your own reconnaissance. See, what we're looking at with Ayesha Curry, and I'm going to be honest with you. You know me, man. I'm a motherfucking pimp. You know me. I don't look at that woman with anything negative. She's simply being a woman. A woman wants to experience the joys of life. And if you give a woman one side, there is no joy in life that is one-sided, man. She wants to experience the other side. She wants to know what it feels like to be desired, not worshipped. Desire and worship are two different things. Men worship women they don't desire all the time. And men damn sure desire women they don't worship. So a woman wants to be desired and she wants to be worshipped. But I'm telling you now, you can't get those two things in one man. A man who desires you, I mean truly desires you. I'm talking about desires you like a piece of property. Like I desire a broad. You understand what I'm saying? When I desire a woman, I desire her like a piece of property. I desire her for all the ways I can enjoy myself with her, for all the ways I can bend her up like a pretzel, for all because I could do whatever I want to do to her. Sexually, I mean. But I'm not finna pedestalize any woman. And if you pedestalize your woman, you have to understand you can't give her what she... Man, let's just cut to the chase. After a while, a woman don't want to be made love to no more. This man that popped all these children in this woman, man, she don't want to be made love to no more, man. That woman want to be fucked right now. She wants somebody to beat the brakes off her ass. You understand what I'm saying? She want to be sore as shit. She want to be limping. You understand? She want to have handprints around her neck. She want her head to be sore from her hair being pulled. You understand what I'm saying? She probably want to go home smelling like piss. That woman want to be, man, listen, that woman, she wants to be smutted out. And there's nothing wrong with that. Women want to be taken to the upper echelon of intimacy, man. Yes, she wants you to make love to her because making love is safe. There is no pain in making love. She don't have to worry about you not listening to her when she says, that's too deep. You know what you're going to do? Mr. Beta Male, Simp Man, Johnny, your woman says, you're too deep. You're going to pull back a little bit. She tells me I'm too deep. I'm going to say, shut up and take this dick. You asked for it. I'm going to put my hand around her neck. You understand? You got to understand that this woman has been with this man forever. They only been married since 2011, but they met when they were 14 and 15, man. They've been together forever. They got these children. Her life fell into a routine. And you know what that routine showed her? That her life is boring as shit. And she don't need a whole lot of excitement. But she want the thrill. And now I'm gonna tell you what her problem is. She can't show pictures of herself that make men jump in her DM. So what she's pretty much saying is that she wants to thought out a little bit. You see, she's been with that man forever. She never had a chance to thought out a little bit. Now, when I say thought out, some women thought out just a little bit, just wear risque clothes and do things like, stand up on the tabletop at a bar drunk and dance with no panties on. Some women just go that far. That's their thing. Other women turn into full-fledged strippers and prostitutes. But she didn't have an opportunity to thought out a little bit. And now at this age, she misses that. That urge to thought out that overcomes women. She never had a chance to feed into it. And now we're looking at her saying, oh man, she's supposed to be a wife. What kind of woman is she? She's a woman. She's a real woman. Because I'm going to be honest with you. She held out a long fucking time. Because I tell you cats all the time, 80% of the women that ever been with in my life were AYESHA Currys. They were married to some cat, to some Mr. Goody Two Shoes cat who, so for all intents and purposes, was the perfect husband material. Me, I'm not husband material. I tell a woman that in a minute. You don't want to marry me, shawty. I promise you, you don't. Because I'm probably going to be fucking somebody on the night of the wedding. Or the night before. My bachelor party? Come on. So you have to understand, man, that this woman is not doing anything wrong. She's been suppressing this for so long that it finally just burst out. And I'm going to tell you why it burst out. Because Jada Pinkett Smith has this energy that will make you admit to a crime that your ass didn't even commit. I'm telling you, that woman has an energy about her, man, where she'll pull it out of you. And she got there and sat down, and Jada Pinkett put the floor out there, made her forget she was on a TV show. You understand what I'm saying? And she just let her in there and coaxed her in. And, she had her comfort zone there. She had Steph's mom there with her. And by the way, Steph mom's is probably colder than his wife, be honest with you. So shout out to the homie Dale Curry for having him a young tender that stays young forever, it looks like. Even after dropping them boys. So but hey man, salute to Dale. So I say this to you, man. What is she doing wrong? She's just gotten to, and the thing is, she didn't even act on it. Not that we know of. She's not acting on it. She's simply saying she has the desire. She has the desire, man. She wants to be desired by men who view a woman like a woman and not like a fucking queen or a fucking toy or a fucking prize or anything like that. Man, that woman want to be touched. That woman want to be touched, man. She want hickeys on her neck, man. You know what I'm saying? She want somebody to bite on her titties, man. That's what she want, man. She wants somebody who gonna bend over, man, and put a thumb in her ass while they. That's what she wants, man. She wants to be desired. She is not desired. She is a wife. Niggas don't desire their wives, man. If you got a wife, nigga, you don't desire her. That's why every nigga that's married, man, got a side chick. He desires his side chick. Niggas don't desire their wives, man. That boy probably ain't desired that woman. He probably ain't never desired her, man. He's a safe dude. But when I look at that woman, man, I simply see a woman, man, that just wants to be touched. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to be made love to, man. She just want to be fucked. That's all. And the thing is, she probably don't even want to leave her husband, man. She just want to be fucked. But the thing that I give her props for is that now that she said it, she's probably not going to do it. She probably had no intention of doing it. She just said it. There are women out here who do it and will never say it. They'll deny it. If you put a gun to their head, they still gonna deny it. Listen, you can catch them in bed with the man and they're gonna say, I don't know how I got here. I think the nigga must have drugged he must have put something in my drink. That's what she'll say. But this woman right here just sat down at a table in the open, not behind closed doors. You see, my outlook on this is totally different from everybody else's. I hear cats saying, man, she disrespected him. Put that out there in public like that, and blah, blah, blah. Nah, man, I really think, man, she was just sitting down chopping it up. You understand? Now, you could take this one of two ways. You can look at that scenario and say, why'd you get out there and disrespect me like that? Or you can figure out, man, that your wife needs some shit that you're not giving her. You understand what I'm saying? And she is your wife. What you gonna do? You can't divorce her. She gonna get everything. Or she gonna hit you up for half of everything. So what do these men suggest that Steph Curry does? Do they suggest he divorces her and lose his millions? Do they suggest that? when all the woman did is said she's lonely, she needs to be touched, she needs to be loved on the right way? What are all these geniuses that, well, Steph Curry, she's a disrespectful woman. Okay, genius, I ain't heard none of you niggas suggest nothing to her. Nothing to him. Let me tell you what you do. You man up, man. You sit down. You sit your woman down. And you let her know, hey, look, shout, I ain't really know you felt like this. You know, I thought we had an understanding and an openness where you could talk to me about anything. Anything. When I say you could talk to me about anything, I mean anything. Don't worry about offending me, baby. Just talk to me. You understand what I'm saying? And we'll go on a little mini vacay, man, and we'll get out there, man, and we'll chop it up about some things, man, and we'll get into her fantasies. I mean, she your wife, you might well do it. You already know what she wants, so you got to jump into it and tell her, okay, well, let's explore this. Because if not, man, she's crying out. She's crying out, man, for the thing that other women get. When she hear all this talk about the Pookies and Ray Rays, when she hear all this talks about the thugs, when she see all of these things going on, guess what, man? She wants to know what this shit feels like. You understand what I'm saying? When she sees the amount of love that Steph gets for being an NBA superstar, and then she sees the amount of love that Nipsey gets for being a fucking banger who made good. Why does the banger who made good get more respect and props than the choir boy who made good? Because the choir boy didn't have no choice but to make good. He came up in a good environment. She wants to experience the other side, man. Women have itches that need to be scratched. And husbands don't scratch their wives' itches. And that's the truth. Husbands do not scratch their wives' itches. They never have, they never will. And the thing is, you know, this is the thing. This is not an indictment on Steph. Steph is who he is. He's just a dude that grew up in a two-parent household. His dad was an NBA player, man. He grew up living well, went to the best schools, did everything, man. He grew up a clean kid. There is nothing wrong with Steph growing up a clean kid. Because I'm going to tell you like this. Steph is not an educated lame because Steph will bust anybody in her ass on the court. It ain't nobody on YouTube that can handle Steph on the court. Nobody. I don't care who you are, how good you used to be. There is no one on YouTube, even the nigga you think you know in your hood. There is no one on YouTube that can outball Steph on the court. So he is not some educated lame just around here doing his thing. Hey man, he's fairly tall. He's pretty short for NBA, but amongst the average man, he's a tall guy. You understand what I'm saying? And women are attracted to him, and he's rich and famous. So we're not going to even put him in the educated lane, but we're just going to say, man, his woman has gotten to the point where she needs other shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just about the attention of other men, because we know that attention always has the potential to lead to some physical interaction. Always. I'm telling you what I know from experience. That attention, whenever a woman is seeking that attention, she's just not seeking somebody to talk to her. She's not seeking some fun boy to play spades with, nigga. She already got all that. Tell me what you think that woman doesn't have. What kind of man does she not have access to? She don't have access to that type of man that sit up and roll up. Steph probably don't blow. They in California. She probably got some relatives that blow. And she go around her relatives. You got to think about this. Just because Steph and Ayesha live well, it does not mean that they do not have hood relatives. You understand what I'm saying? They have hood relatives. Every black person has hood relatives. And when she's around her hood relatives and she see Ray hanging around, man, and he pull up in a Benz and he jump out draped in jewelry, you understand? And he tatted up. You know, he come in, man. He come in swagging and swinging, man. And he come in like he owned the place, and she see the level of respect he gets from everyone. She wants that. She wants to try it out. You understand what I'm saying? She wants to see what the other side is, man. And you know, when we get into talking about, man, she wasn't in the gym shooting with him, but she was there with him before his ass started shooting. You know what I'm saying? We already know that. Like, we know Kobe's wife wasn't in the gym shooting with him, but so what? He married the broad, man. We gonna make excuses for niggas marrying women by saying, well, the woman wasn't with him. We know the marriage law, so when you marry a woman and you got paper, nigga, you already know what the deal is. So let's get out of that beta male simp man Johnny mindset, man. You understand? And another thing I tell you is this, man. And it's the reality of it. This the reality of it. When all you're around is squares and lames, you get so used to it that you have to feel like there's something better. There has to be more to life than just these lame brain dudes that don't do nothing but shoot ball all day long. All these niggas do is shoot ball, man. They ball players. Their life is just going to shoot ball. You see what I'm saying? It's cool. See, this is what happens when women start taking those girls' trips. They don't want to take trip with their husband no more. They want to get away from his energy. Not because they don't like his energy, but the shit becomes overbearing and boring, man. Listen, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It's the same principle with Ray Ray. You understand? When a woman thinks she wants me, she thinks she wants me to be her man until she gets to spend a lot of time around me, and she realizes, God damn, this nigga hard. This nigga don't give a broad a break. There's always something this nigga want me to do. There's always something he chastising me about. There's always something he saying I need to improve. Then she wants to see what the other side is. She want to go to the other side and see what it feels like to be pedestalized by a man. Women want both sides. And the problem is, you niggas think women is just supposed to want one side. Women want both sides. When the laws of the land stop being able to govern women's actions by threatening them with punishment, think about this. If women were so apt to just be with one man, why do you think the punishments were so strict? Why do you think the punishment for not doing those things was so strict? Because the laws of the land had to dictate that women be like that. They didn't want to be like that. They had to be forced to be like that from fear, man. Women want two men. All women want two men. A woman is hoping that she can get as much as she need of both sides from one man. But all women want both sides. They want the good guy, the safe guy, and they want the risk taker. They want the guy that makes them feel alive. That woman feels dead, man. She feels old as shit. And she's getting close to the wall, man. But I'm going to be honest with you. When she ain't chunky, sometimes she get a little chunky. But when she ain't chunky, man, she still can hold her own. You understand what I'm saying? She can still hold her own. But the woman feels dead inside, man. She feels like she's too young. She's too young to be like this, man. You see what I'm saying? In a perfect world, here's what a woman wants. She wants Ray Ray to be husband material. But the things that make Ray Ray make it impossible for him to be husband material. You see what I'm saying? She wants her Mr. Goody Two Shoes guy. She wants the choir boy to have that edge about him. But he can't have that edge because when other guys were out getting that edge, he was at choir rehearsal. He can't have it. You see what I'm saying? So we're in a society now where all of these expectations for a woman to be a certain way, man, those things are dead. Like, you're a fool if you expect a woman to just be faithful to have one man and do it all because she's just happily faithful. No. If it can't be done by force, it's not going to be done. And we're not in a society where, matter of fact, women are championed for being in touch with their sexual energy. You see what I'm saying? Women, when you hear all these women talking about they're sexually liberated and all that, they are sexually liberated. They're sexually able to be and do whatever the hell they want to do now. And all of them are going to do that. If you give a woman the opportunity to say, even the church girls, the Christian girls, man, the ones who try to do right, they only do it because they think they're going to get punished by God if they don't. If they didn't think that, man, there is no woman on the planet who is just like that by nature. I'm telling you. I don't give a goddamn how she was raised, because we're not talking about what she thinks or what she does. We're talking about her nature. And the nature of a woman is to be aroused by many men, is to be aroused by multiple men. That's why I say, if you find a woman who's not very attractive and you fix her up and dime her up and doll her up, guess what? Her energy is going to change toward other men. Because it's already there. She just has to be desirable enough to other men for that to happen. And the thing is, what this woman is doing, this woman is desirable enough. You understand? As a matter of fact, she's quite desirable. The problem is, she's crying out because she doesn't have access to the type of men who make a woman feel a certain way. Those men will have to jump in her DM. That's why she expressly called her DM. She lives a life where she's guarded from those men in her everyday life. But those men have access to her DM. You understand? They have access to her DM, and she's saying, "Wait a minute." She's talking to her girlfriends, man, and she's hearing how these dudes, just random dudes, be jumping in their DM, or some D-boy cat man that's driving a Lambo jumping a DM and say, "Well, you know, shit, I don't care about that nigga having no money. Shit, I got money too. It don't matter who got the most money. Shawty, we both got millions." You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? When you put the money to the side, shit, you know I'm the livest nigga you ever met. She wants somebody to get in there and tell her that. But what she ain't thinking about, or maybe she is, when somebody get in there and tell her that, when they say, "Wait a minute," if a man makes Ayesha Curry think to herself, "Well, wait a minute, he got money too. So if I end up losing Steph and get with him, my lifestyle still is gonna stay the same. But then I had that thug love, and I had that edge I want." That's the only reason a rich lame can keep his old lady, man. Because 9 times out of 10, if she go kick it with another dude, his money ain't long like that. But let her find a way to end up somewhere with the birdie man. Let her end up with the birdie man somewhere. Just out somewhere, somebody introduce her to the birdie man. You understand? That's when you run the risk. And that birdie man, that's not Pookie. That's not Thuggo. Motherfucker, that's Ray Ray. So I tell you all the time, well, you can't group Pookie, Ray Ray, and Thuggo in together, because Ray Ray is the one that's a threat to your woman, no matter how much money you got, because Ray Ray get money too. You understand? And the one thing Ray Ray got on you is the type of edge that make a woman feel some kind of way, to make a woman submit. Do you know, man, that women want to submit to somebody? Even if they don't want to be submissive all the time, they want to submit to somebody some of the time. And if you're a choir boy, you don't even think about your woman submitting. You think it makes you more of a man to be more like her and get along with her and let her have input on everything, and let her have a voice, and let her control some things and all of that. Let her have her own career and all of that. See, these men think that's the ticket. Man, that woman wants somebody, man, that's going to treat her like he owns her. That's all she wants. Simply put. And now you got to understand, if her thing is IG, it's her DMs. If she's focusing on her DM, then guess what that means? That means she's chopping it up with chicks who be on IG. She's chopping it up with chicks who have shit popping off in their DM, and she's saying, "You know what? I could have something popping off in my DM and still keep my husband." And that's what she's looking for. She wants things to pop off of her DM, but she still wants to keep her husband. The woman ain't said nothing about divorcing Steph. To be perfectly honest with you, every time I see them in a picture together, the broad genuinely looks happy. I think she genuinely loves the cat. You understand? But they have this history that's so long that they were friends and cool and shit before. You know, that fantasy romance novel shit. They were friends from the time they were teenagers and grew up together and went to school together and went off to college together. And all the families know one another. And everything that the families ever had together, they used to spend the night at one another's house and shit, and wasn't then sexually involved. That type of shit right there, man. That woman don't hate Steph, man. She love him. But love don't scratch that itch, man. And that woman need that itch scratched. That's all this boils down to. It boils down to her, man, needing the itch scratched. She thinks it's because she don't get attention from men, but it goes deeper than attention. She needs to be made to feel like a woman. A possessed woman, a conquered woman. She wants to be conquered, man. All women want to be conquered. Let me tell you something. And I probably shouldn't say this, but I will, because this one is going to Patreon. Let me tell you something. Man, I've cut butch dykes. Now, they weren't the super manly looking chicks. They were the type of chicks that were so pretty that even when they tried to look manly, it was weird. They couldn't pull it off because their face was just so pretty, man. No matter if they cut their hair or what, their face was just too pretty to look manly. And you know why I cut them? Because it doesn't matter who she is. I ain't gonna never look at no butch broad like she the homie. She a woman to me. And no matter how she feels about it, I'ma treat her like a woman. She can fake it. She can put a strap on. She can wear some of my clothes. She can do whatever she want to do. But to me, she's still a woman. I don't care how she live her life. I see a woman when I look at her. And because I treated her like that, guess what happened? She wanted to be conquered. She felt conquered. She felt like, wait a minute. What is going on here? She couldn't understand it. But my masculine energy tapped into her feminine energy. Because no matter how she tried to suppress it, that feminine energy is down in there. And I went in there and poured it out. Not intentionally, just because of who I am and the way I am, I went in there and poured it out. And you know what she did? She submitted. Just like a woman should. Just like a woman will. And Aisha Curry simply wants to submit. Every woman wants somebody to submit to. Yeah, they want to be in control until being in control gets old. And then they want somebody to dominate and conquer their soul, man. You know, this is pimp shit 101, man. You learn this shit as a teenager, man, when you're in a certain environment, man. So I'm going to tell you like this, man. You got to understand this. Your wife wants to be womanized by a womanizer. As long as that womanizer doesn't double as her husband. You understand? She want to be womanized, but she don't want to go home and lay with that nigga every night. She don't want to have to look over and worry about what a womanizer is doing. And if she got a husband at home, she ain't got to worry about what the womanizer, even though eventually her feelings going to get caught up on the womanizer because that's the type of energy that he brings. When you don't want a woman, then she wants you to want her and she ends up wanting you. So she wants to be womanized. She just want to go home to her safe zone. She want her safe word husband at home. And she want her conqueror to conquer her only when she can deal with it. You know, and just from my experiences, man, and you know I ain't bragging about these things, man, but I have the experience to speak on these things. Just from my experience, man, a woman can come and kick it with you for a whole weekend. You understand? And I'm talking about give you the straight up husband treatment. I'm talking about do all the things for you that she can't do for her husband because he don't bring it out of her. And not just sexually. I'm talking about full submission. A woman can't submit to a man that's submitting to her. Somebody has to conquer, somebody has to submit. But you know what? After that, it'll be 10 or 12 days. And I won't even hear from her. And in those scenarios, I never call a chick. I never contact a woman, man. You know what I'm saying? I have a history, man. Man, my partners used to call me, man, he who doesn't answer the phone. Some shit, I can't remember exactly what it was, but they used to call me that, man, because they was like, man, he who doesn't call abroad. And because they know, man, I ain't never call her. Like, whenever I got with a chick, man, it's because she hit me up. Like, I never. That's why when dude be coming, you got to call the chick, and you got to call and hope she call you back. I don't even understand that language, man. I ain't never did that. Even with chick that was already on my team, I don't call nobody and say, hey, what you doing this weekend? I don't never do no shit like that, man. So you got to understand, man. She wants a womanizer, but then she want to go home and be safe because being with that womanizer is tough. It makes a woman want to leave her husband, but she can't leave her husband for a man who's not a husband. See what I'm saying? It puts a woman in a dilemma, man. And this is the dilemma that this chick is in, man. That's why she so blatantly spit that shit out like that. She shouldn't have said that. She should have talked to her husband about that, but she couldn't. Cause she don't wanna ruin her image. But Jada went in there and got it, man. Boy, I bet she won't never go on Jada's show no damn more. I bet everybody else looking like, hold up, I can't go on that bitch show right there. She had you saying shit you don't want to say. And that's the reality of it, man. You got to understand, man, that, you know, these women out here, man, you can think your woman is whatever you want to think she is, but her nature is going to dominate her decisions. Her nature is going to dominate her interactions with not only you, but with the rest of the world, with the rest of society. Her nature is going to dominate whatever she does, whatever she says, whatever she thinks, and whatever she feels. Female nature is undefeated. By men and women, no one can defeat female nature. And I'm telling you what's real. Another thing you got to understand is this, man. Now, listen, man. I'm sure Ayesha gets attention from other NBA players as well as dudes like Drake. You know, Drake be hanging around, them soft niggas like that. So that's obviously not what she's alluding to when she says she doesn't get attention from men. Men don't jump in her DMs. She ain't talking about them NBA lames. You see what I'm saying? You got to view the whole scenario. If she ain't talking about them because they always around and they always, rumor was out, man, that Steph and Drake got into it because Drake was flirting with her, man. But, so them type of dudes right there, man, they always around. So she ain't talking about them dudes in her DM. Well, who's she talking about? She talking about Ray Ray, man. She want Ray Ray in her DM, man. Because you know what Ray Ray gonna do? It's kind of like this. If I was still like that, man, if I was still like that, to be honest with you, man, when I heard this, I wouldn't even made no content about it. I would have went and jumped in her DM. You understand? This is the old me now. I would have went and jumped in her DM and I would say, hey, shout this shit you out here, making these niggas think that, ain't nobody fucking with you like that. You know what I'm saying? Daddy fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can make a whole bunch of things happen and shit. I can change your life, shawty. You know what I'm saying? Get you out of that misery you're living in. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you got a great life, being old boy wife, but I mean, I know some other shit going on that, you want to be cut like a knife, and I got that for you. I put that shit in your life, you know what I'm saying? Beat the brakes off your little ass, you know what I'm saying? Bend you up, fold you up like a pretzel, you know what I'm saying? Have your ass cramping up all over the place, you know what I'm saying? And then teach you some shit about a life you ain't never heard before. But anyway, just fuck with me. I don't know what I would say, but, some shit like that. I just go and talk my shit the way I am. I'd be like, I saw you in a picture with some shorts. You like got a fat little pussy on you. That's the type of things I would be saying to her DM. But don't nobody ever say those type of things to her, man. Nobody talks to her like that. You understand? They don't talk to her like that, man. And it's just the type of energy that women want. This what you got to understand, man. Wives get tired of being made love to around the same time the novelty wears off of being a newlywed. You know what I'm saying? When the love wanes, so does the desire to be made love to. She don't want to be made love to no more. You understand? That woman want to be fucked, man. Like she want to be smutted out. You understand what I'm saying? She want to be fucked, smutted out, cut. She want all these things to take place in her life, man. And what are we going to say? Well, she's wrong for that? Well, I guess all of them wrong because all of them want that. You see what I'm saying? All of them want that. So, I mean, what we're talking about here, it's like we're sitting here talking about, well, man, she was supposed to be the one. So we talking about Naywalk shit? If she was supposed to be the one, we talking about Naywalks in here? Hey, man, we talking about Naywalks, man. I done came on the wrong goddamn channel. I don't know how I logged into this nigga channel. Whoever channel this is, if we talking about Naywalks, I'm on the wrong channel. You understand? Man, we don't talk about no Naywalks. So what's so different about her? Well, we thought she was supposed to be somebody special. The homie SJ3 is in the building working that wrench. Man, I appreciate you being in the joint, brother. Salute to you. So, man, I mean, what are we talking about now? No goddamn Naywalk. She just a woman, man. She a woman with the same desires and urges of every other woman, man. What makes her so different? T. Smith, I see you. Let me go up here, man, and shout out a couple of these super chats, man, before I get on down the page too far. And RPC, I see you, man. MN, I appreciate the $2 super chat. Homer said, appreciate the knowledge, OG. No doubt, bro. That might be it, man. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I saw a couple more. Let me go over here to this other joint over here. Okay, all right. I see him over here. All right. Got Freddie P, man. I appreciate the $5 super chat. Homer says, Ayesha Curry just displayed to the world that a woman can have everything and still be ungrateful and not satisfied. Tony Smith, appreciate the $3 super chat. Donnell Harris, appreciate the $5 super chat. Homer said, yo, we got to get this content in front of Steph. Guarantee he becomes a regular client of Dr. BoA. Yeah, real talk, man. Freddie P, man, to be honest with you, we could say she has everything, but everything to who? Like, who are we gauging? Who are we to judge what everything is to her? You know what I'm saying? A woman need to be fucked right more than anything. And if she ain't getting that, brother, she ain't got everything. That's one thing we have to understand. Like, a woman has physical needs. She has sexual needs that need to be met. And if she ain't getting that, then in her mind, she ain't got everything. You know what I'm saying? And we can look and say she's got everything, but what's everything? A woman needs to be dominated. A woman needs to be conquered. A woman needs a man who can take control in her life. If a woman ain't got that, man, then all she got is material shit. But for a woman to function in the highest capacity, for her to function in the most efficient manner in a man's life, man, you got to be a conqueror. You got to conquer her. You got to give her, you got to not give her an option but to be a conquered woman. So I get what you're saying, bro, but then we got to understand, like, who determines what's everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure some of them niggas who wives I was fucking back in the day, man, thought they had everything. You know what I'm saying? So, think about this as well, man. These late 20s and 30s women, these late 20s and 30s wives, they want to be fucked, man. And no matter how hard you try, you can't pedestalize your broad and still fuck her. You can have sex with her. You can make love to her. You can touch her. You can be intimate with her. But if you pedestalize her and put her on a pedestal as a queen, you cannot fuck her. Because you know what? This is what you have to understand. The difference between making love to a woman and fucking her is this. When you make love to a woman, you do it because you have an affinity for that woman. You're fond of that woman. Hell, you might even love her. When you fuck a woman, you fuck her like you hate her. You think about the things you do. Like, if you, and they enjoy it. You don't abuse women. But if you spitting on a woman, man, don't matter if she like it or not. You can't love a woman and spit on her. You can't love a woman and pee on her. You know what I'm saying? You can't love a woman and pull her hair, man. You can't love a woman and you know, and man, shit, boy, it's some crazy things out here that women like. And if you love a woman, you ain't gonna be able to do those things. And that's why women who are married do these things with somebody else. Because their husband don't want to do it with them. You think Steph gonna wake up in the morning, man, look at her the same after he done peed in her face, man? You know what I'm saying? After she done experienced a golden shower, man, I'm talking about she drank and pee and everything. You think that he gonna look at her the same the next day? Hell, I ain't gonna look at her the same the next day, but I ain't got to see her the next day. I get to send her home. You know what I'm saying? I get to send her home, and I get to see her again when I want to get wild like that again. So you got to understand, man, that you got, like, this is just the way it is, man. I know this is a hard pill for a lot of men to swallow, man, but this is just the reality of life, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the reality of life, man. And another thing you got to understand is this, man. When she thinks about society and she thinks about the way that Ray Ray treats women, and it ain't even about, this is what society says. See, let me tell you what society says to make you motherfuckers feel bad about Ray Ray, to make you feel like Ray Ray is a nuisance. They tell you Ray Ray treats women like this, and Ray Ray will never commit to a woman, and Ray Ray is a serial cheater, and blah, blah, blah. Ray Ray is not a serial cheater. Ray Ray is a man that doesn't commit to women. That doesn't make him a cheater. A cheater is a man who commits to a woman and still fucks other women. Ray Ray never commits. You understand what I'm saying? But the only terminology a woman can use is that he's a cheater because he won't settle down with one woman. I say again, if I don't commit to a woman and tell her just me and her, how can I cheat? If I'm not in a committed relationship, how can I cheat? If I never tell a woman, hey, well, it's possible that we'll be that one day, how can I cheat? This is just terminology. They want men to not want to aspire to be Ray Ray. But guess what? When it comes to women, I live a blessed life, nigga. I live a charmed life when it comes to women. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. I always have lived a charmed life when it comes to women, man. Charmed. I'm blessed, man. And that's real talk. So you got to understand, man. You have to keep in mind that when I get a woman, I take my frustrations out on that pussy, man. You understand? No matter what I'm dealing with, I take it out on a woman sexually. And that's why, and she loves it. She feels like the energy that I'm doing that with is because I like her. But who am I to tell her that, no, I ain't doing this because I don't like you? I ain't got no time to be trying to explain that to no bro. But she feels like the energy is so strong that I must have some strong feelings for her because no one else has never made her feel like that. See, women don't understand just because she feels a certain way doesn't mean I feel that certain way, even if I made her feel that way. Jake Frank, I appreciate the $2 super chat. Homie says, after this, all men should know not to marry. Man, you know what, bro? I agree. But before this, all men should have known not to get married. When Jeff Bezos got into that divorce shit and he stood to lose, man, half of $137 billion. We should have known then. But it goes back even further than that. This has been going on forever, man. But if you don't know, this should be the one for you. This should be the one for you. So, and the thing is, man, you have to understand this. When your woman sees, and this is what happened with Steph now. His woman sees how bad chicks, thoughts or not, mostly thoughts, flock to him, all in his DM and all that, and she want that same thing. You see what I'm saying? Thoughts give men what Ray Ray and Thuggo give women. The whatever that feeling is that a man gets, man, with some thick ass thoughts in his DM, man, and they flexing for him and doing twerk videos for him and sending them to his DM and all that, man, and all they want to do is come around him. That's the same thing a woman gets, man, when Ray Ray, man, or even Thuggo, but when Ray Ray jump in her DM, man, and get to talking that slick shit to her, man, that's how she feels. She feels desired. You understand? Because let me tell you something. Unlike what beta male simp mangina niggas will tell you out here, a nigga like Steph can't get any woman he want. Don't let nobody tell you he can get any woman he want. There are women who come from money who won't be impressed by his money. A chick who ain't got no money, yeah, she's more likely to get with Steph because he got money. But I say this, take the money from a man and let's see who can get whatever woman they want. But Ray Ray, you give Ray Ray $10 million. Ray Ray with $10 million can get any woman he want. You know why? Because Ray Ray believes he can get any woman he wants. Steph, not so much. You understand? Ray Ray, sitting on meals, can walk in any room, anywhere, and get any woman he wants. I'm telling you he can. That nigga sees it and believes it, and that shit comes to fruition. I'm telling you, man. Shit, nigga, I know you can do it with 10 million. I can do it with 100,000. So don't tell me you can't do it with 10 million. Clinks, what a homie. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Homie says she wants to feel desired by her sexual preference. That is the bottom line. And like Clink says, man, Pookie and Ray Ray make her watery. Like that's her sexual preference. That is her sexual preference. Husband is one thing. Sexual conqueror is something totally different. And they almost never, ever come from within the same man. It takes too many different sets of wirings to make one man fit both of those capacities perfectly. It's virtually impossible. I mean, it's not even virtually impossible. It is in reality impossible, man. So, another thing is this, man. Mr. Nice Guy niggas always lose the respect of their women. And it finally gets to a point to where the woman gives the world a glimpse of her hidden in plain sight lust for the attention of Ray Ray. She don't want the attention from anybody. She want the attention of Ray Ray, man. You understand what I'm saying? She want the attention of Ray Ray. She want a nigga like Yo Gotti to jump in her DM, man. That's the reality of it, man. She want a nigga like Lil Baby to jump in her DM. That's what she want. She wants some thug loving, man. All women want thug loving. That's why I don't even understand the purpose of if you ain't married. And let me tell you something, man. This is the thing. You ain't got to be a thug to give a woman thug loving. I call it thug loving because that's where it originated. That type of loving on a woman, that type of beating a woman back out, man, choking her and pulling her hair, man, and pressing her face up against the headboard, man, and leaving her with carpet burns on her elbows, knees, and back, and ass cheeks. That comes from thugs, man. That comes from thug loving, homie. But do you have to be a thug to give a woman that type of loving? No, you don't. What you have to do is be a man who doesn't have feelings for a woman when you fucking her. You could do that with your own woman. But most men can't because they already have too strong feelings for the woman that they have. So you can never do it because you got to look at her with love the next day. Pimping don't even have to deal with that. You learn young in the pimping. You learn young that that's still your woman, no matter how many niggas she go out and freak with, no matter how many tricks she go out and turn, no matter how many Johns she go. And let me tell you something crazy. What prostitutes called, I don't know what they call them now, man. It's been a minute since I actually been active out there like that. But they used to call their meetings with Johns dates. They used to say they had a date with their favorite John, that they had a date with a John, that they had a date with their weekly John, that they had a date. Dating originated from a term where prostitutes going out to meet their Johns, man. Tricking. You niggas ain't doing that different. You still tricking. I thought I'd just throw that in, man. It seems to be a perfect segue into that statement there. So you got to keep this in mind, man. Money only gets you a wife. Alpha energy, red pill fucking masculinity gets you a sex slave, a paymaster, and a conquered dame who comes through the door, falls at your feet, whips out your wood, and gives you service before she even says, "Hey, daddy, how you been?" She don't care how you been. She just want to come in and make sure that she can make you feel better. That's what you men have to understand. If you got a wife, I hope you don't love her. Because if you love her, you ain't going to be able to fuck her right. And at some point, she going to need that in her life. And whether you give it to her or not, she going to get it. I promise you that. She going to get it. You know, and I tell you the reality, the real thing about this is this, man. The real thing about this is this. I'm finding out a lot about men who claim to be red pill just looking at their outlook on this. Because they point the finger at the woman. Man, she dirty, and she blah, 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 and she ain't quite right, man, and she's supposed to be this, and she was supposed to be better than the rest of these women and all that, man. And I'm listening to these dudes, man. I'm be like, man, you know what? I'm going to make a declaration right now. If I fuck with you, man, I fuck with you. But the moment you start talking that fugazi, beta male, simp, man, Johnny shit, man, I can't fuck with you no more. I can't be beta by association. So if you're in a room with people and they be like, oh, there was that beta male motherfucker right there. Be like, hold up, is that BoA with him? Oh, hey, I know for a fact that nigga beta, that nigga BoA, the muscle went beta too. Nah, bro. It ain't gonna happen. But I see a lot of talk about this woman, man, when all that woman is doing is being a woman. That's all she's doing. It's just too bad that most of these cats got a woman at home that probably feel the same way and probably say the same type of shit. Only difference is she said to them, to their face, with vitriol, with anger, in a disrespectful way, trying to get a rise out of your punk ass. You understand what I'm saying? What you got to understand is this, man. No matter how beautiful a woman is, she's still a woman. Female nature still dominates her being. She still lives on the principle of hypergamy. And let me tell you something about hypergamy that no motherfucker ain't told you before. Hypergamy don't just mean moving on to better shit financially. Hypergamy can mean moving on to better things sexually. It can mean moving on to better things as far as plight in life, as far as positioning based on race relations. You understand? If a woman move on from a rich black man to a white man who ain't as rich as the black man, that's still hypergamy. She moved on to somebody who had a little money still, but had a better relationship scenario in society to be able to perpetuate himself forward in a different way, to be able to perpetuate his ideas further than the black man could. The black man has already hit his ceiling, even though he may have more money. The woman may go that way for a different reason. Hypergamy is not just about money. If you can't fuck your woman good and she move on to a nigga who can, guess what? Hypergamy is in action, homie. You see what I'm saying? You see, we as men don't want to accept everything. Like, we got to accept everything. Ain't no need to be around here playing about shit. We got to accept everything about this hypergamy, about this female nature, man. Everything. Man, I ain't even see what they said, man. Mr. Band Clap, appreciate the dollar super chat, man. Stephen Eberhardt, man, appreciate the $2 super chat. Homer said women tired of making love, they want some punishment. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what they want. The Red Pill Chauvinist, man, appreciate the super chat. Homer said Steph making love to wife with Jodeci playing. Sad. Yeah, man. Yeah, you ain't lying, man. Real talk. Yo, let me see, man. Hey, y'all got to see what this cat said, man. You know, man, I really don't even talk about terms like cheating, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't use those terms, man. Homie say he cheated on that woman. Hey, y'all give me, man. I'm looking at that dude message, man. Bro, alpha male get cheated on most. Look at NFL. Come on, man. NFL players ain't alpha. You know what, man? Let me tell you something, man. I don't know how many times I got to sit and talk about the definition of being alpha, man. You understand? Yes, yes. Physicality is a definite improvement in your alpha essence. But if you're a beta male in your mind, it don't matter how fucking big and strong you are, man. You understand? If you beta in your mind, alpha starts in your mind. You could be swole, nigga. You could be Ronnie Coleman in what was it in '08? You could be '08 Ronnie Coleman. Was it '08? Nah. You could be '03. You could be '03 Ronnie Coleman. I think it was '03. You can be '03 Ronnie Coleman. And still, if you're a beta male in your mind, you just a big nigga that's soft. You just a big nigga that bras run over. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with that, man. You got to keep in mind, man, that, you know, the way we live in this society, man, is based on what motherfuckers tell us. Based on what people who don't want us to understand the truth perpetuate as truth. And the truth of the matter is, man, I'm going to be honest with you. And somebody left this in the DM in a message today, man. Nobody should be married in this society, man. No man should be married because there are no virgins. And a cat said, well, man, you expecting a virgin? Ha ha. And he put LOL, in which I hate when niggas use that when they talk to me, man. He put LOL. So you waiting on the virgin? Good luck with that. Hey, man, so you expecting a virgin? Hey, man, ain't nobody expecting a virgin. I'm perfectly okay with accepting the fact that there are no virgins. But what I'm saying is if there are no virgins, then there are no wives. You understand what I'm saying? If there are no virgins, then there are no wives. Boys got to stop turning hoes into housewives, man. That's all it is. And that's the reality of it, man. Good point, Reborn. Good point. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I just don't view alpha as being somebody that make $1 million when the motherfucker that's paying you is worth $5 billion. I just don't see it. When you got to not come to work to get more money, when they tell you no, we're not gonna give you more money. I don't understand that logic. So, you know, you just got to understand this, man. And the crazy thing is, man, everybody gonna come down on that chick, man. When like Homer just said, Steph 4 for 14, man, bricking badly. Everybody gonna come down on that woman, man, for putting that on Steph mind, man. But you gotta understand this. When a woman get the opportunity, man, to share what she feel with the world, man, and she feel comfortable doing it, a woman gonna share whatever the hell on her mind when she feel comfortable. And that's one of the things I preach to men. Make a woman feel comfortable. Obviously, she don't feel fucking comfortable with Steph and his family, man. Man, that woman probably living a lie. She probably living that good girl Ayesha Curry mindset, man. She just want to be a thought. She just want to thought it out a little bit. But she caught in that public image. She caught in that, well, this is Steph Curry. He's a nice guy in the NFL. Never has any trouble, never gets to fighting with people, never does anything. He's a really nice guy. And then, so she got to play that role, man. She can't be out here being the thought wife to the nice guy. But man, that woman got some tendencies, man. That woman want to get out here and live. She want to wild out and be free. And I say this, man. Hey, man, if a bitch want to spread her wings, you got to let her spread them, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep an eagle cooped up, man. Eventually, man, you ain't going to be able to feed it, man. I'm trying to peck your hand. So you got to let an eagle be free, man. Let her spread her wings and go out there and live her life, man, so she won't be doing these type of things right here. Because what's going to happen next, man, is somebody going to get on her DM, man, and somebody going to knock her down. Same thing Future did to Scottie Pippen, old lady, man. There's somebody around that was knowing her before. Just like Future was knowing Scottie Pippen, old lady, before he married her. You understand what I'm saying? You got to understand, man, that this is just what happens, man. These are the type of things that take place. The bottom line is, a woman is going to be a woman. And none of them are exempt to being held hostage by their very own nature. It is who she is. It is who she'll be. And ain't nothing you can do about it. And that's the reality of it, man. So, we're going to go ahead and get ready to slide on out this thing, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, man. It's been real in the field. It's been top notch. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Breaking this record, man. You know what I'm saying? I think this may be the first time I got up above 300, man. It's gravy, man. I appreciate everybody coming through. It's been top notch, homies. Yeah. And y'all appreciate everybody coming through, man. Real talk. More money. I appreciate the $5 super chat, homie. Homie said keep dropping that knowledge, BoA. No doubt, bro. I appreciate you being in here, man. Appreciate the super chat. AJ, peace out, homie. So Stoic, I appreciate the $2 super chat, man. Real perspective. Thanks. Ain't no doubt, bro. I appreciate you being in the joint. Hollywood Hawkins. SJ3, I appreciate y'all brothers being in here working the wrench for me, man. Wrench gang all day. That Jamaican brother. Hey, I appreciate that, homie. Nick Penn. Black Torah, peace to you, homie. Mike Swin, hey, I appreciate that, man. Boss Life Channel, what up with you, man? More money, peace, homie. Shaheem Lately, I see you in the building, man. Peace to you, homie. Truth Jackson, salute. John Doe, peace. Ron Todman, peace to you, bro. All the super chats, man. So Stoic, Mo Money, Red Pill Chauvinist, Steven Eberhardt, Mr. Bandclap, Steph Klingscales, Jay Frank, Donnell Harris, M.N., Tony Smith, Freddie P, and Said Jones. I appreciate the super chats, homies. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. Patreon exclusive, man. This was going over to Patreon, man. But I got something special for y'all on this topic. First thing in the morning, man. 8 a.m. It'll be up. Different thumbnail. Already recorded and edited, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man, for helping me decide to go ahead and do the show tonight, man, because Wi-Fi didn't go down once, man. I appreciate it, homies. Carrington Williams. Rockets in 6 for sure, man. Nah, Rockets in 7, man. Can't be Rockets in 6. Wait a minute, it's 3-2 now, right? Oh yeah, Rockets in 6. You got it, bro. Rockets in 6, my bad. Rockets in 6. Sky Weezy. Later, bro. Yo, homies. We're going to get on out this thing, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, man. It's been real in the field. Avoid the haters. Avoid the fakers. Avoid the betas. And it's always Alpha sup. Betas down. Peace.